Hey everyone, welcome to Fight Talk Podcast with your boy, the What's Next Kid here. Today's Fight Talk is about Anthony Joshua. Now, Joshua started boxing at 18 years old. Joshua's amateur career went great. He was named Amateur Boxer of the Year in 2011, a two-time ABA heavyweight champion, and in 2012, he became an Olympic gold medalist. Joshua turned pro in 2013 against a 8-0 fighter. Now, Joshua's pro debut, right? And he's going against the 8-0 fighter. And you know what Joshua does? Joshua TKO'd him in the first round. 7 wins later, right? Joshua fought for the WBC International Heavyweight Championship and won by TKO in the second round. Joshua's just picking people apart and moving along. Now, 4 wins later, Joshua picked up the Commonwealth Boxing Council Championship by defeating a 21-0 fighter and winning no less by TKO in the first round. That's impressive right there. Joshua goes against a 21-0 fighter and wins by first round TKO. That's big for Joshua right there. Now, Joshua's next fight is to Dillian Riot. At the time, Dillian was 16-0. Joshua won by 7th round TKO. Now went up against the guy 16-0, TKOs him. Man, Joshua's on the head of his career right now. Now, Anthony Joshua's next fight was for the IBF Championship against Charles Martin. Now, Charles Martin at the time was 23-0. Joshua went in there and put the beat down on Martin, winning by second round knockout to become the IBF champion of the world. Big win for Joshua right there. Now, 2 wins later, Joshua steps up in the ring with Vladimir Klitschko. Klitschko at the time, 64 wins, only 4 defeats. Joshua went in there and did his thing by TKOing Vladimir Klitschko in the 11th round. Joshua now became the WBA, IBO, IBF champion of the world. Joshua is on top of the world right now in his career. 1 win later, Joshua fought for the WBO championship against Joseph Parker. Now, Parker was 24-0 at the time, and Joshua won by unanimous decision. Joshua easily defended his titles his next fight by 7th round TKO. Joshua's next fight, he takes on Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz, 32-1. Joshua's record at this time was 22 wins, 0 defeats, 21 wins by knockout, holding the WBA, IBF, WBO, and IBO world titles. Joshua lost this fight by TKO in the 7th round. Joshua rematched Ruiz and won by unanimous decision. 1 win later, Joshua fights Alexander Usyk and loses by unanimous decision. Then there is a rematch, and Joshua loses again, this time by split decision to Alexander Usyk. And Joshua's next fight, back in the ring, he wins by unanimous decision. Then 2 fights later, he fights Francis Ngannou and wins by second round knockout. Now, it's time for Joshua to regain his belts. But he fights Daniel Dubois, and it doesn't go the way he wanted it to go, the way he thought it was going to go. Joshua gets stopped, loses by knockout in the 5th round against Daniel Dubois. Now, guess who Joshua fights next? He goes on and fights Jake Paul, the problem child. AJ won in the 6th round by knockout. Now, Joshua is now scheduled to fight a man who is 20-1. But I looked at who this guy has fought on BoxRec and all that, right? And it looks like he hasn't fought anybody. Like, no big names on there, no, like, decent people. It looks like Joshua's going to be the only decent fighter he's about to fight. And let's see. But this should be an easy win for Anthony Joshua. So I have AJ in this fight by knockout, easy. Because obviously this is probably just a tune-up fight for AJ. Get him back in there. And then Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. That's the fight we need to see. That's the fight we all want to happen. This fight is the fight that needs. All the fans want to see it. This is the fight that has to happen. This will bring a lot of fans to boxing and a lot of money. This fight has to happen. Now, here's a little prediction of mine how Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua would go. I would have to go with Tyson Fury, right? Now, I am a big fan of Tyson Fury, and I am a fan of Anthony Joshua, but I'm a way bigger fan of Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury is the superior boxer, and it's just phenomenal the way he moves and in that ring. I don't think Joshua's going to be able to hit him with big, clean shots. And if you look at some of Joshua's last fights, he didn't look too good. Like Daniel Dubois, he didn't look good against him. He had his chin up in the air and led to him to get knocked out in the 5th round. And it took him to round 6 to get Jake Paul out of there. Meanwhile, he should have had Jake Paul out of there in like the 1st round. Come on now. But my prediction for Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury would be Tyson Fury winning by unanimous decision. I don't see a knockout by Tyson. But yeah, that's my prediction, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button and follow button because we just got done talking about Anthony Joshua. This was about his whole career. All right, everybody. The What's Next Kid out.